Good evening, dear Kuwait television viewers, and welcome to another new episode of your weekly program Kuwait in 30 Minutes. The English News and Political Programs Department has prepared a variety of reports that highlight popular events recently taking place across Kuwait. Our committed team of reporters constantly engaged in numerous events with the objective of keeping you, dear viewers, aware of the latest information, regulations, and policies. Our aim is to help you obtain information on the latest developments at the local scene. So stay tuned for more coming your way this evening. Dear viewers, thank you once again for joining us with your favorite show, Kuwait in 30 Minutes. We start this segment with a report prepared by our correspondent Nurhan Al-Alfi, who was present at Dixon House, covering the following event of the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, known as NCCAL, in cooperation with Kuwait Heritage Society, that held an exhibition gathered rare National Council items in Dixon House. Let us watch this report and we will be back.
On the occasion of the 24th Al-Qurain Cultural Festival, the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, in cooperation with Kuwait Heritage Society, has organized an exhibition which gathered rare National Council items, versions and brands in Dixon House.
So I'm very happy and honoured to be here today attending the opening of this wonderful exhibition, which shows some fantastic articles from the history of Kuwait, but also from the history of relationship between the UK and the state of Kuwait going back many, many years. It's wonderful to see these wonderful symbols of the relationship in photographs, letters, very historical items of the time, and even to hear voices from those days on the gramophone record.
The main aim of the exhibition is reminding everyone of their fathers and grandparents' contributing role in all political and economic aspects.
This exhibition in Dixon House, one of our most important exhibitions, we participated in this exhibition with our rare items and collections. So we have here, we presented a very rare correspondences between the seventh ruler of Kuwait, Sheikh Mubarak al-Sabah, and the political agents in Kuwait in the past. Very important letters documented the strong relationship between Great Britain and Kuwait in the past and before our independence.
Also, the exhibit included a huge collection which goes back to the 16th of the last century, in addition to journals and magazines which reflected the historical relationship in between Kuwait and the United Nations. From Dixon House Cultural Center, I am Nurhan Al-Alfi reporting to the week in 30 minutes.
And coming up next, on the occasion of the 24th Grain Cultural Festival, the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters, NCCAL, held an exhibition for visual arts in Ahmed Al-Adwani Hall in Abdullah Salim area. The exhibition gathered many artists and many people who are interested in arts. Nurhan Al-Alfi was there and brought us this report.
The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters held Fahd al-Rbeik exhibition for visual arts within the events of the 24th Al-Qurain Festival.
It's a pleasure here for the opening of the exhibition of the Saudi artist, Mr. Fahd al-Rbeik. He's one of the best artists in Saudi Arabia. We are very happy to have him participating in the 24th Al-Qurain Festival we have get so many artworks. He has different kind of or styles in those artworks. We would like to invite all the people to attend his exhibition and enjoy his artworks in general.
Generally, visual arts are art forms such as ceramics, drawing, painting, printmaking, design, crafts, photography, video, filmmaking, and architecture. Meanwhile, this exhibition gathered mainly paintings which represented the Saudi culture and desert life.
I thank very much for the National Council to bring us this artist, be great artist from Saudi Arabia, Fahad Rmeikh. So it is great for the Kuwaiti people to see all the artists from different countries, and then this is a great step for each artist to see another artist in the Gulf.
The artist said that many of his paintings were inspired from his boys' friends and their touching verses, in addition to paintings which were based mainly on Arabic black bold letters mixed with homogeneous colors in the background. The exhibition reflected the true strong bond between Gulf countries. From Al Adwani Hall, I am Nurhan Alfi reporting to The Week in 30 minutes.
Also, on the occasion of the 24th Grain Cultural Festival, the NCCAL recently held an exhibition in the Avenues Mall to show the real material that was used in Kuwaiti architecture heritage. Nurhan Al-Alfi was there and brought us the whole story in the following report.
The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters held an exhibition in the Avenues Mall to present the used material in Kuwait architecture heritage.
We have an event in the Avenues Mall. It is within the Grain Festival 24. It mentioned about the Kuwaiti house, the old Kuwaiti house, how it is built, and the items of the house, the wall, the roof, and the doors, wooden doors, and the windows. Our aim is to make the youth to see the old building of Kuwaiti and take an idea.
Our exhibition today is within the events of Grain Cultural Festival. The main purpose of the exhibition is to show people the old construction materials of Kuwaiti houses. Here we have some materials around, the clay bricks, sea rocks, the chandel and the bath chair, which are used for construction the houses at the past. Some of the houses that we made renovation for are Dixon Cultural Center and the Free Altier, as well as the American Hospital. And while the construction, we really took good care of the old building materials.
The council used to renovate many historical places such as the American Hospital, Dixon House, Al-Qubliya Cultural School, as well as many other places with care, because of the precious value of these buildings and the latent memory in their depths. The exhibition showed the simplicity in Kuwait architecture heritage. From the Avenues Mall, I am Nurhan Alfi reporting to The Week in 30 minutes.
And in the following report, the Filipino community in Kuwait recently held one of its social activities in a get-together and know each other event in one of its dining places, where attendees enjoyed some of their traditional recipes, not in the Philippines, but here in Kuwait. Here is more on the event in this report by our correspondent Salim Al-Kandari.
Filipino nationals living and working in Kuwait enjoy a modern living atmosphere where they can find all their needs in some Filipino shops, restaurants and other outdoors places in a safe and secure country like Kuwait. In a social get-together place, the Filipino community organized an event where various traditional gourmet foods were available to taste and compare with back-home dishes.
We would like to invite all the people to experience the Filipino food located at Al Mughera, Salmiya, Kuwait. Today we are hosting a gathering for Filipino, and we want to invite non-Filipino to experience our community.
Over 250,000 Filipino people reside and work in Kuwait, among them skillful employees and others that assist at homes. All enjoy a harmonious living states, while on the diplomatic, political and economic levels, both Kuwait and the Philippines share mutual cooperation and relationships. From Nanay Eden Restaurant in Salmiya area, this is Salim Al-Kandari reporting for Kuwait in 30 minutes.
And coming up next, in a big ceremony attended by cabinet ministers, state officials, public figures and ordinary people, the Minister of Information Mohammed Al-Jabri raised Kuwait's flag over Sheikh Jabir Al-Ahmed Al-Subah Cultural Center to give the starting signal of inaugurating the national celebrations of the year 2018. Nurhan Al-Alfi was there and brought us this report.
In a big ceremony attended by a plethora of cabinet ministers, state officials, public figures and ordinary people, Minister of Information Mohammed Al-Jabri on Thursday raised Kuwaiti flag over Sheikh Jabir Al-Ahmed Cultural Center to signal the start of national celebrations of 2018. The Minister of Information stated that the flag hoisting ceremony mixes heritage with moderation and stimulate patriotic feelings among people of Kuwait. Meanwhile, Under-Secretary of the Information Ministry Tariq Al-Mizrim pointed out that the Standing Committee and the Information Ministry has prepared several artistic, cultural and entertainment activities to celebrate the national days. Also, Al-Mizrim added that Kuwait Television and Radio would offer a wide coverage to the National Day celebration in the coming days. From Jabir Al-Ahmed Cultural Center, I am Nurhan Al-Alfi reporting to Kuwait in 30 minutes.
And in the following report, Kuwait Science Club recently concluded the 10th International Inventions Fair of the Middle East. Once again, our active reporter Nurhan Al-Alfi was there and has this report.
Under the patronage of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jabir Al-Sabah, Kuwait Science Club hosted the 10th International Invention Fair of the Middle East.
This company is owned by Oxford University. They deal with 60 countries. They deal with 120 universities. They do commercialization of innovations. They do startups. We are working with them in Kuwait now. We have a collaboration with different organizations in Kuwait, including Kuwait Fund, including KEFAS, Kuwait Foundation, the oil sector, and we are trying to build up the ecosystem of the small business.
The exhibitions themed inventors meeting inventors that have 130 inventors from 39 countries, from inside and outside the region, displaying 150 inventions.
This is a technology to treat pharmaceutical wastewater pharmaceutical wastewater can contain antibiotics and hormones. Those things, if it leaks to the environment, it can cause very bad things. So our technology is to use hydroxy radicals at high temperature. We call wet oxidation to treat pharmaceutical contaminants in wastewater.
Under Global Innovations Index 2017 rankings of the World Intellectual Property Organization, the state of Kuwait was rated as the first country in the Middle East and the world's 56th in supporting scientific innovations.
This invention is a water purifier, can remove all chemical and bacteriological high pollution. So with dirty water you can see there in this bin, we produce very clean water without chemical, without bacteriological, and you can use for drinking water application and also to clean for medical application when you need to clean injury with blood and so on.
Kuwait's global position last year is 11 points higher than the previous year's rating. Also, Kuwait ranked the 18th in terms of efficiency of inventions, thereby joining the world's top 20 countries with high national income.
So our invention is a ointment cream that relieves muscle pain, muscle soreness.